Welcome to 12 Leg Journey.
We're a couple of dinks in our mid-30s with 2 Yorkies and a severe case of the travel bug.
Follow along with us as we explore 48 states in 48 weeks. We'll be posting daily shorts and weekly long videos highlighting our travel within each state on Fridays.
Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Hello again, everyone. We're in our 17th state of Arkansas.
17.
Y'all caught me in my pajamas this time. That's okay. Nice and comfy.
We forgot it again until the last minute.
I know, but we remembered before we got in Tennessee, so we're in Arkansas still, so we're doing it. Okay.
Look at that. We got the middle all filled in now. That's pretty exciting. Heading into Tennessee soon.
Yep, in the morning, we're heading to Tennessee.
That is pretty impressive. Don't fall.
I almost fell. Whoops.
Please wait until I have the camera rolling if you're gonna do that.
I know.
Well, this is a gorgeous little park.
This is really pretty. Oh no, there's a hole in this one, be careful.
Yeah, right down the middle of it. Hello, Ducky.
Hello, Ducky. They're pretty cute. Yeah, this is really cool, babe. Well, apparently you can see this in Gone with the Wind in the opening scenes.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Right? And I like that movie, so.
I don't know if I've ever actually seen the whole movie.
See, now I'm gonna have to go back at the movie and look and say, yeah, I've been here now.
Right? I like the old water, or the water wheel actually spinning. I don't think it's actually old.
Well, no. What do you do? The water in or something?
No, it's the mill for grinding the wheat.
There we go. Yeah, I don't think it does anything, but it is cool.
Yeah, it's not doing nothing, but pretty nifty.
I like the replica of it at least. Uh-oh, my glasses.
Lead the way, my lady.
All right, baby. Let's go to the other bridge. Oh, look.
Now they got the big fungus.
They got concrete mushrooms, like Alice in Wonderland.
What a gorgeous park.
Yeah, it really is.
Seems to be a very popular park too.
Well, I can see why.
Well, it's a Friday afternoon. You wouldn't expect to see that many people here, I wouldn't think.
Maybe it's just people here all the time. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who knows? This one. Ooh. It's a little uneven.
Yeah, just a little.
Oh, babe, there's turtles. There's a bunch of turtles down there.
Oh, that is cool.
Oh, there's one getting close to the bridge, too. They spread out a little bit.
There we go. That's a shot. Stand right there looking at the mill.
It's a tiny little park.
For how much coolness is packed inside of it, it's really tiny. We're here at Thorncrown
Chapel.
here in Northwest Arkansas. Apparently it is a very popular wedding venue in the area.
We're gonna go check it out.
See if this will be the spot for a third wedding.
Oh, God. Should have known you'd say some foolishness like that, baby.
Well, yeah. We couldn't let the parents know about it though, because we've already done 2 without them. It wouldn't be any fun if we let them come to the third.
Now we gotta do them all by ourselves, I guess. That is what we do, we just elope. Thorncrown was a dream of Jim Reed, a native of Pine Bluffs, Arkansas. In 1971, Jim purchased the land, which is now the site of the chapel, to build his retirement home. However, other people admired his location and would often stay at his property to gain a better view of the beautiful Ozark Hills. Instead of fencing them out, Jim decided to invite them in. One day while walking up the hill to his house, the idea came to him that he and his wife should build a glass chapel in the woods to give wayfarers a place to relax in an inspiring way. In March of 1979, the construction crew broke ground on the mountainside. Jim's dream was finally becoming a reality. However, halfway through the project, funds ran out and the building process ground to a halt. A few days later, a generous woman provided a loan which allowed the chapel to be finished in July of 1980. Since then, people from all over the world have come to visit the little chapel in the woods.
Well, we're here at historic Washington State Park in Arkansas. Arkansas.
Arkansas!
If I can say it. Looks like a cute little historic town. A lot of it is the state park where you can go tour it. But there are people that still live here and run shops here, so interesting setup.
We're about to go try the restaurant. We heard they have good homemade cooking.
We're told today's special is chicken and dumplings. Let Amber lead the way here.
Yes, I'm hungry. You go into order.
I'm gonna get the chicken fried steak with mashed potatoes. I'm gonna try some fried okra. I've never had it before.
What am I getting? I'm getting their special, the chicken dumplings. And then I'm gonna have mashed taters and green beans.
Sounds pretty good.
Right, I think so.
How's it looking, babe?
Looks pretty good. Let's try these taters.
Taters are always your favorite.
Well, obviously. Well, let's try some of the dumplings. Maybe I should have used a fork. Those are really good.
It's fried okra, which I've never had before. I'm curious. Let's see. That's good stuff. One of those things I feel like I've been missing out on my whole life now. They ain't got very long hours here. It was from what, 11 to 3?
Yeah, only 4 hours a day is when they're open.
Oh, wait, but there's a sign here that says breakfast from 7 to 10.
But maybe it's like a weekend thing, or because the festival's coming up this weekend.
Obviously, she's a very intelligent woman. She married me twice.
Oh, there we go.
She makes some mistakes.
But she married me twice.
She married me twice, so she makes some decent decisions.
Oh my God.
Wives. Such control freaks.
Yeah, whatever.
We ended up here at Washington State Park during, I think it's called the James Black Bowie Festival.
Yeah, we didn't know what was going on. We just happened to stop by yesterday and we're told about it, so we thought, oh, we'll hang out.
Right?
And we're checking it out today.
Check it out today. Oh, look at that pretty lass up there on the balcony. Shall we go find her?
Hi.
How you doing?
How you doing, sexy?
We're in. What'd you say we go check out these hotel rooms?
I don't know if they're open, but...
Neither do I. No, it appears you can't go in. That's a nice bird nest up there.
Yep, birds flew off whenever I walked up.
Oh, and we're disrupting them.
Well, I didn't know there were birds up here.
I like their wood sidewalks they have everywhere. Babe, look at that tree. Now that is a tree.
Whoa.
I like that.
Is that part of the historic tree tour?
I like trees with lots of character like this. There's an open gate over here though. Either way, it said restrooms this way. Yep, there's a bathroom right there, it looks like. Oh, looks like they redid their...
Oh, their sidewalk. What does it say? Ticket required?
This is one of those parks where you gotta have tickets for everything and go on guided tours, which just in general are not our thing.
No, we like the self-guided tours and look as long as we want, not have to deal with everyone talking at us.
It's a lot easier. And for filming, a lot of people are uncomfortable being on it, so it's just...
Well, I don't know. Some people are saying, hey, can I be on camera? Make sure you get my name. So
that's what it's been hit or miss.
You get a whole mixed bag with that.
Overall, we like the self-guided stuff where we can go and do our own thing and figure it out as we go. So this looks like a really cool park overall.
Yeah, it really does.
41 historic buildings that you can tour if you take the whole guided trip, apparently.
Well, it's interesting to see like the park and then the town. It's just a combination, really.
I don't know that I've ever seen a magnolia tree, like real ones. That might be my new favorite kind of tree.
Puppy, what you doing? Hi. You having fun today?
How are you doing?
Hi, sweetie. Oh, hi. Hello.
Is it like a hotel?
I wonder if it is a hotel. But it would like be like a hostel type thing because they've got bunk beds in there.
Yeah, we got here at 8 and everything opens at 9 to 9:30.
Well, it is just 9, so maybe the vendors down at the visitor center are open now.
We'll go walk down there and then walk back to the blacksmith shop. And their magnolia tree's just impressive.
You really like the trees, baby.
I do.
Oh, look at that sidewalk. Wow.
Maybe we should just take the road.
Sidewalk's a little overgrown. I think the tree branches are pushing it up. Wow, the tree roots.
I could see us living outside of a small town like this and coming and helping with these kind of events. come to town for these and then go back to our little hidey hole outside of town.
Do our own thing like we're gonna do most of our lives.
These little small town events are pretty cute.
Yeah, they would be fun to help out with.
Ooh, that's like the limousine of wagons.
Oh. My candle.
Do you know which color you would like?
Blue.
Okay. It's just down and right back out.
Okay. Longer?
Well, it's multiple dips.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
There you go. I would do one more.
Okay.
Well, we don't want two blues.
I know, we don't.
And then just dip in.
Bring it back out. There you go. Just hold it like that until it's
Thank
cool.
you.
Thank you. Enjoy
Oh,
your
it's
day.
fun.
Hey, your candle matches your shirt.
I know. Well, it's fun getting to make candles.
I never got to dip them. That was so much fun. I did not expect that.
Yeah, it's weird that the thing that you actually get something from is free.
I know, right? But we got a blue candle and a green candle. I agree with you. I would much rather do the serve ride than the wristband.
You want to go back and ask her, or we got tickets?
Serve ride tickets.
Me lady. Oh, you got it?
I might have it. Thank you though, baby.
That I took care of for a horse trainer up in Oregon. That she had leased it to somebody and they were starving the horse, and so we took it over.
See if I can get it out.
I film with the kid there.
Yeah, I don't want the kids in the shop. Filming everything in the working blacksmith shop. Oh, they got a snake climbing out the window. That looks like a Lazy Ride candy shop.
Oh yeah, it does.
See anything you want to look at, just let me know.
Okay.
Oh, they got Potter. Those little turtles.
How y'all doing?
Oh, pretty good. How are you doing?
Doing fine.
Oh, the turtles. Oh, those are cute. Do they move?
Yeah. Little 3D printed turtles. Ooh, double yeast bread, jalapeno bread. Ooh, raisin bread, banana bread.
So many options, babe.
I know. What do you want?
Old fashioned.
Dutch oven. Oh,
Oh.
that might be the answer.
I think that's what we need.
Oh, pretty good. Oh, some nice leather work.
Yeah.
Take a look.
Well, that was a cute little, what do you call this? Festival?
Yes, it was a cute little festival.
Small town festivals are always the best. And now we got some homemade Dutch oven biscuits to go eat.
And some cookies.
I might have to go look up a gravy recipe and learn to make some sausage gravy for us to go with these here biscuits.
They were made in the Dutch oven. Yum, yum.
They look delicious.
They do.
They're heavy.
Yeah.
I like me some dense biscuits. Well, we're here at the Christ of the Ozarks. It's a 67-foot tall Jesus statue on the top of the mountain in rural Arkansas.
Pretty cool.
Go check it out. Like right. All right, turn towards me. Spread your arms. Go to the left.
This way?
Other way. Right there. No, right there. There we go.
The Christ of the Ozarks statue sits 1,500 feet in the air atop Magnetic Mountain in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. The statue was inspired by the Jesus statue in Brazil, Christ the Redeemer in Rio de Janeiro. The white mortar figure of Jesus Christ is 7 stories tall and weighs 2 million pounds. The statue is 65 feet tall and contains an arm span of the same length. It was built to withstand 500-mile-an-hour winds and has a 2-foot rectangle on the top of the head for pressure equalization in order to withstand a tornado. The Christ statue was built by hand, constructed of 24 layers of white mortar interlaced with a steel frame. Christ of the Ozarks is one of 5 giant statues of Christ in the world and one of 2 in North America. The figure was completed and dedicated in 1966.
You gonna lead us on this adventure, Charlie?
Charlie the adventure dog.
Frankie's adventuring too, see?
In Mama's arms. Come on, Frankie.
So like amphitheater or something?
I guess.
Uh-oh, there's a cat on the gallows. Don't see it, Charlie.
With the largest criminal jurisdiction of any federal court at the time, the Western District of Arkansas handled an extraordinary number of murder and rape cases. When a jury found defendants guilty in these capital cases, federal law mandated the death penalty. In Fort Smith, that meant an execution by hanging on a crude and unsightly gallows. A visitor to the city in 1893 recommended constructing a new gallows to evoke the sacredness and majesty of the law. This was never achieved, and a year after the last execution, the city of Fort Smith destroyed the gallows structure. Citizens in the town of Fort Smith feared Indian attacks due to the increased native population being relocated into Indian territory. City leaders used this unfounded fear to convince the federal government to build a new fort for protection in 1838. When Indian attacks did not occur, the government decided to change the mission of the fort from defense to supply depot in 1845. For a time, Fort Smith was one of the most important frontier posts. It supplied the army fighting in the Mexican-American War and the forts in the Indian Territory. Supplies shipped by wagon and steamboat included staples such as candles, flour, potatoes, salt pork, vinegar, hardtack, and whiskey. Deciding it was no longer needed, in 1871 the military abandoned Fort Smith. The Civil War left the Indian country and western Arkansas in ruins. Armies and guerrilla bands had plundered the countryside, burning farms, depleting fields, and stealing livestock.
Oh,
Doesn't this look like fun?
well, it's definitely a nice jail cell.
You get to all be together and sleep on the floor. Looks comfy.
All right.
No pillow either, just blankets.
Telegraph lines, roads, and stage routes sustained heavy damage. Amid the devastation, opportunity seekers headed west. In the Indian Territory, tribal governments still trying to repair the damage of internal wartime dissension faced a flood of intruders.
And then the jailer sits behind a gated door.
See, and he's got a door to get out.
Cattle drovers, railroad workers, and people passing through. The chaos invited a crime wave. When the U.S. Court for the Western District of Arkansas moved from Van Buren, Arkansas to Fort Smith, Marshal Logan Roots looked to the abandoned military buildings to house prisoners. With iron bars already on the basement windows, the former barricades was ideal. The courtroom itself would occupy the first floor. The court's reputation for swift justice began with the first conviction on November 18, 1872. John Childers, found guilty of murder, became the first man executed on the Fort Smith gallows.
Old jailer.
Oh,
There she is.
they locked me up again. I just can't stay.
Life of crime just doesn't pay.
Apparently not.
I broke her out.
Woohoo! My hero.
Let's go check out the courtroom here. Well, that's a handsome lady sitting there in the audience.
I thank you. I'm just watching the proceedings of the ghost, I guess. I don't know.
The courtroom may have looked like this during the 17 years it served the Western District of Arkansas, from 1872 to 1889. Surprisingly, there are no historic photographs or sketches of it. Historians relied on written descriptions and receipts for purchases to provide clues about the furnishings and their locations. Wall colors are based on paint samples thought to date from the period. The U.S. Army built the original Flagstaff at the second Fort Smith in 1846. As with many Western military posts, the Flagstaff stood tall so that its flag could be seen for miles. To attain a height of nearly 100 feet, the Army joined two poles in the same way that ship masts were built. When the Army closed Fort Smith in 1871, they removed the Flagstaff.
Concrete pad where the officers' quarters used to live.
A garden provided many benefits to soldiers and their families at Fort Smith. Fresh vegetables in the garden behind the officers' quarters provided a healthy addition to their daily diet. Herbs were used as seasoning and medicine. Flowers brightened an otherwise monotonous fort life. Working the garden was part of the daily routine for officers' wives and children. The garden also served as a gathering place for family and friends. Seeds were either ordered from catalogs or sent by relatives.
Got a few barrels in there. Think they're full of whiskey?
They didn't have all of the fort in the wall, though. Look at that. That sticks out quite a bit.
It's got 2 foot thick stone walls, so
Well, that is true.
it is the wall.
Yeah, good point.
In 1872, the federal court converted the commissary into offices and living quarters. The most well-known residents to occupy the building were the Hammersleys from 1890 to 1896. While it was their home, they partitioned the first floor to accommodate their family of 6. Growing up in the commissary did have advantages. Against his father's wishes, Hugh would hurry from school to watch executions on the gallows from the second floor.
Oh. Thought maybe you could lift those. Oh, you figured them out.
They have to slide them, apparently.
Amber is way smarter than I am. All right, why don't you slide them up for us on camera? Oh, there's the potatoes.
See, that's what I mean, it's
Very
boring.
exciting.
Potatoes is the only one that was cool. But I figured it out. So cute, baby.
He was probably sitting there laughing at me the whole time. Well, for being in the middle of a city fort, this one was still pretty nifty. It's more open.
I liked it. The Alamo one was super crowded and all those high rises. This one is much nicer.
Well, and this one actually had parking. The Alamo, trying to park there was gonna be 20 bucks for an hour.
This one you didn't have to pay to come see anything. There's parking. It's nice out here. I like it.
We have made it to the end of the wall.
Journey. It is better to stumble and trip through your own unbeaten path than to wake up one day old and gray, having never ventured from the sidewalk. Kyle Sickles.